And I did, to you take the example of Nokia, but it's very common. The founding myth of a moment or a particular company or even country is often very powerful, and that narrative, that story, ends up becoming a constraint. And it can be very effective, but it's also, of course, a weakness after a certain point. And being able to be aware, to distance yourself from your own narrative. In other words, how does a fish know it's in
In
water?
water. Mhm.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, but there are ways for us to take a step back, for us to be able to share with each other. And this is where collective intelligence, but also understanding something like what I call anticipation, the anticipatory systems. There's a whole
Mhm.
field that's doing work now on the way anticipation is something fundamental to all living organisms. And
Mhm.
by understanding the diversity of ways that we can read and write, the diversity of ways that we can train our bodies, the diversity of ways we can use our imagination, I think we can become more effective as organizations and as communities to learn from each other, to reinforce things we want to reinforce, but also to
Mhm.
let go of things that we think we can let go of because we're not as frightened and we don't feel the same pressure of saying, well, if you don't live forever, you're a failure. That's ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's not generous. It's not
Mhm.
doable for the most part. You leaving space, uh, being light, good compost. That's a gift.
Mhm.
That's generous.
Mhm.
But weighing on the shoulders of future generations, imposing your vision of yesterday on tomorrow, that's not generous. And it's in fact not even effective because it creates this kind of fragility and brittleness.